What if I told you that £50 a month, less than £2 a day, could change the financial trajectory of your life? Not a sales pitch, not a get-rich-quick scheme, just maths, time, and a bit of discipline. Most people in the UK think investing is something you do when you're already set, when you've sorted the mortgage, when you're earning six figures. But that's exactly backwards. And by the end of this video, I want to show you why starting small, like genuinely small, is such a powerful financial decision. Just a quick one before we get into it. Nothing in this video is financial advice. It's purely for educational purposes, and you should always do your own research before making any financial decisions. The truth is, £50 a month invested consistently from the age, say, 25, with an average return of 7% a year, which is historically pretty reasonable for a global index fund, becomes over £130,000 by the time you're 65. £130,000, all from £50 a month. That's compound interest doing its thing. Think of it like this. An athlete doesn't run a marathon on day one. They run 2 kilometers, then 3, then 5. The discipline of showing up every single day, that's what builds the engine. Investing works the exact same way. Right, before we talk about platforms and what to invest in, let's get the order right, because this is where most beginners go wrong. Step 1. Do you have a workplace pension? Because if your employer matches contributions and you're not maximizing that match, you're literally leaving free money on the table. Step 2. Once you've sorted the pension match, your next move is a stocks and shares ISA. This is your most important investing account as a UK investor. And here's the bit nobody talks about. Every penny of growth inside a stocks and shares ISA is completely tax-free. HMRC gets nothing. You keep everything. You can put up to £20,000 into your ISA every single tax year. This is genuinely one of the best wealth-building tools in the UK, and most people are just not using it. Okay, so let's talk platforms, because this is where it can get overwhelming. Trading 212. This is probably the most popular option for UK investors starting out. Their stocks and shares ISA is free to open, free to hold, and they offer fractional shares, which means you can invest in companies like Apple or a global index fund with just a few pounds. Free trade, similar vibe, commission-free investing, ISA available, and their basic plan is free. They've got a solid app, and it's well suited to beginners who want to keep things simple. Invest Engine. This one's brilliant if you want to go the passive route, which makes sense for most people starting out. They specialize in ETFs. The fees are very low, and their ISA is free. If you just want to set up a regular investment and forget about it, Invest Engine is hard to beat. Vanguard. If you want boring in the best possible way, Vanguard is your friend. Low fees, trusted globally, and their own funds are genuinely excellent for long-term investors. My honest take? Pick one. Don't try to spread across 3 platforms at the start. Pick the one that feels right, open the ISA, and set up a direct debit. That's it. Now, what do you actually buy? This is where people spend weeks researching and end up paralyzed. So let me just give you the simple answer. For most, a global index fund makes a lot of sense. Specifically, something like the Vanguard FTSE Global All Cap or the iShares MSCI World ETF. These funds invest in thousands of companies across the world, the US, Europe, Asia, emerging markets, in one single fund. You're instantly diversified. You don't need to pick stocks. You don't need to watch charts. You don't need to stress about which sector is hot right now. You just buy the entire world. And over time, as the global economy grows, your investment grows with it. The S&P 500 is another popular choice. That's the 500 biggest US companies. Historically, very strong returns. But it's US only, so you do have concentration risk there. My suggestion? For £50 a month starting out, a global fund keeps it simple and well spread. As your knowledge grows, you can get more specific. But right now, broad and boring is brilliant. Because the biggest risk isn't picking the wrong fund, it's stopping. It's missing investing month after month. It's getting spooked when the market drops 10% and pulling everything out in a panic. Elite athletes don't skip training just because they had a bad session the day before. They show up every time because they know the long game is what matters, not any single day. Set up a direct debit. The day after payday works well. Automate it so you never even see the £50. This is building the most important part, the habit. And when the market drops, and it will drop, resist the urge to do anything. Imagine a market dip as just the fund going on sale. If you're investing monthly, a dip means your £50 buys you more units that month. That's pound cost averaging, and it's one of the simplest, most effective strategies there is. As your income grows, start increasing the amount you invest and avoid lifestyle inflation as much as possible. Even just £5 more per month matters. It's that marginal gains mentality. 1% better every month. Over time, it's transformative. Get the basics locked in first. Build the habit. Let it grow. You've got the information now. The next move is yours.